Earlier on I caught up with Noel Gallagher. He is, of course, the Godlike genius. Here's my chat with him. Hello, Noel Gallagher, how are you?
Hello, Alexa Chung, I'm fine.
Very serious today.
It's a serious business.
It's a very grave day.
I'm a godlike genius, I can be however I want today.
So you're winning Godlike Genius tonight, which is amazing.
Well, I mean, given it, you don't really win it.
Well, OK, you're being awarded with it.
If it was a thing that you win, I'd have won it by now, surely.
Nice. At award shows, before you get to the award show, do you clear a space on your mantelpiece in expectation?
All the awards I've ever had, I generally give them away on the night to whoever's kind of at the table. I'm not really carrying it around all that, so I'm just like, you, what do you do? Oh, I answer the phones in your office. There, have that.
Have you ever asked for one back?
No, I've not got one single award. I've not got one.
That's really bad. You need to have one.
No, it's good. No, I got them. It's enough. It was captured on film.
Maybe try and keep tonight's one though, because there's a next one.
No, I'll give it to somebody.
I'd like to take it.
See, that's not giving it. You're asking for it now.
Right. Okay. So now I don't get it.
You don't get it now.
I'm playing it too keen. I'm trying to find someone to fill my shoes. Would you be interested in doing this next year on my behalf?
Interviewing other musicians?
Yeah, it's a really fun job. They're very sarcastic to you and they act disinterested. It's great.
That sounds like a challenge.
Yeah, it's quite hard.
Nobody's as sarcastic as I am.
Impossible.
That was sarcasm.
It's good. Let's talk about tonight. You're going to be playing a mix of Oasis and High Flying Birds. Are you looking forward to the performance?
Well, playing in front of a load of sarcastic, disinterested idiots in skinny jeans who are not worthy, really, to have me in the same room as them is going to be a bit of a pain in the arse. But apart from that, I'll play for those people who are up there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, yeah.
Through some TV trickery, we're actually going to watch your performance right now, and I can already tell you, it's brilliant. Here he is. It's Noel Gallagher. So now we have our first winner, but he's going to have to wait till the end of the night to pick up his Godlike Genius Award. I am, of course, joined by Noel Gallagher. Hello. You need to use the mic.
Hello,
or at least
there.
pretend to use the mic.
How are you?
I'm really well. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
You're joining a who's who of the music industry tonight. Previous winners have been Ian Brown, Paul Weller, Dave Grohl. Is it true that you're actually neighbours with Paul Weller?
Yeah. His flat looks into my kitchen.
Yeah, creepy.
He sent me a text when I'm making tea, and he has like 2 sugars.
No!
Come to the window.
It's spooky.
That's all right, I've known him. He's one of my best mates.
Looking ahead to the rest of the awards, do you have any friends here tonight that you want to win?
My mates Kasabian are here. I hope they're up for something. But I'm up for 4 more, so, you know.
The night is young.
I don't want to sell myself short here.
Are you going to
I might sweep the board tonight. I doubt it.
Are you going to be getting on it tonight? Are you planning on some hell-raising?
I'm afraid let's call him an idiot. Some idiot has booked me a fucking gig tomorrow in Birmingham at the arena.
So you can't get trashed tonight?
No, I'm absolutely...
That's not very rock and roll. Can't you just do a straight-through crew and then go straight to the gig?
I'm going to be Godlike till 11.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go to Birmingham and put that into practice with my award on stage. And my next day off is Saturday, so...
I like that God is very sensible.
God has a timetable, which must be adhered to, particularly...
I must go to bed at 11
Particularly
p.m.
if God wants anybody to buy his merchandise, he can't turn up and play
God's
like
a
shit.
businessman.
God
Let's face facts.
has got to pay the bills just like everybody else.
But I'm afraid we've got to take a break.
So I've got to go to the toilet anyway.
So while he does a wee, here's a glimpse of things to come.
Don't want a wee.
Number 2.
Don't want to. No, I'm doing a number 3.
Hey!
But that's how you can get messy.
With that
but only
image.
godlike geniuses can do them with straight faces.
OK, here's a glimpse of what's still to come.
Well then, we're very nearly at the end of the evening, but before you get on to giving your publicist something to cover up tomorrow morning, it's time for this year's Godlike Genius. To introduce our final climactic award of 2012, please welcome the editor of NME, Chrissy Murison!
It's the one you've all been waiting for. Tonight, we celebrate a man who has written more anthems in the last 2 decades than anyone else, who has graced more of our covers than any other musician in our entire history, and who has as much star quality offstage as he has on it. His songwriting has defined a generation, and the fact he keeps pushing boundaries as a solo artist proves that there's still a very long way to go in the story of one of the most talented musicians that Britain has ever produced.
Every so often, a band comes and changes the musical landscape, and the whole industry has to sit up and listen. And Oasis was one of those bands, and that was because of Noel and his writing.
People love him because he wrote all those songs, you know? Then those songs became a huge part of people's lives.
They made you believe that you could do anything that you wanted to do. You know?
Little by little, gave you everything you ever dreamed of.
I think a lot of people related to those songs because they were, I guess they were about being young, not having much money, but, you know, having the feeling that there was a better life somewhere.
And after all, you're my wonder wall.
Oasis couldn't have come from anywhere else but Manchester, I think, the north. There's a certain bittersweet quality to what they do.
They're probably most songs when you've said, I wish I'd wrote that song.
There's a camaraderie within those songs that obviously is there. I mean, a part of the joy of an Oasis gig is the audience. And I mean, I've never heard singing like it.
Not been that long since Oasis split and he's straight back out on the road. He doesn't have to do it, you know.
Noel Gallagher somehow manages to be a beautiful, articulate poet, a wordsmith, a musician that can talk to a generation, a whole class of people that are often ignored in popular music.
It's probably taken Oasis to split and for him to go off and do his own thing, and I think he's gone into a different realm now, and I think he's, for me personally, his writing's matured.
He's still, you know, looking for new ways to develop and evolve, and that's another sign of an artist's durability, is to continually do that. He's not making the same records.
There's lots of people who get called geniuses who have only made one record, you know, but Noel's kept writing and he's prolific and he's in it for the long haul, you know.
I love melody and Noel's kind of you know, one of the masters of that.
The fact that he's stuck to plaintive, honest songwriting, he's not tried to get too complicated, he's not really thrown the kitchen sink at anything, he still writes simply and beautifully, and I think he's got a great singing voice as well. It's not something that's often said about him, but I think he's got a lovely voice.
If I had a gun, I'd shoot a hole into the sun. And love would burn this city down for you.
I'm sure that godlike genius is something he's applied to himself in the past anyway, so it's just confirming his suspicions, I'm sure.
He's a hero to a generation because he is able to articulate something that's very, very difficult to say.
He's very funny, he's very witty. He really does believe he's a dog's bollocks.
Noel deserves his Godlike Genius Award. Because that's what he is, right?
To present Noel with his award, would you please welcome a very special guest. It is an honour to have him here. He is the legendary lead guitarist from the Smiths, and these days the only person in the room, Joey Barton, doesn't want a headbutt. Would you please welcome Johnny Marr!
Thank you. Well, what can you say after that? Hasn't already been said about the winner of this next award. He is obviously loved. His songs are loved. But how about this? He makes what he does look a lot easier than it actually is. He makes it look really easy, right? It fucking isn't, right? And that takes a genius, or some genius. When I first met him, I thought this guy is really, really great. But who would have guessed that what he would have gone on to achieve? It's kind of mind-bending, really. Where would we be without him? So, here he is, the Godlike Genius Award. It's my pleasure to give it to Mr. Noel Gallagher.
Thank you very much. Not a lot of people know that when I was born, that tune was actually playing, which did in fact fucking freak me mum out. I'd like to start by saying to all the people up there who bothered to buy a ticket or a CD, and more importantly, a t-shirt, because that's what fucking counts, is the merchandise. And thank you very much. Thank you very much. All the people down here who ever cited me as an influence, you are fucking welcome. You are welcome. I'd like to thank Johnny, who was the first person outside of Oasis ever to show any interest in what we were doing, which has always stayed with me. And I'd also like to thank the NME for still giving a shit after 20 years. Thank you very much.
Playing us out for the 2012 awards, the anthemic mastery of our godlike genius, Noel Gallagher. Good night.
could rock that, throw it all away. Start a revolution from my blood.